the Talk It Out Show. I'm your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, go ahead and look us up on Talk It Out Show. And if you want to look us up on, send any questions to us, go ahead and send it to our email account at talkitoutShow@gmail.com. But if you need to physically send any of your questions to us, go ahead and send it to our P.O. Box at P.O. Box 901043, Portland, Oregon 97290. All right, well, as you know, I have my panel of reality ladies. To my right, I have Lydia.
Hello, everyone.
All right, and we have our lovely Valerie.
Hi, everyone.
All right, and we have lovely Lauren.
Hi, everyone.
All right, you guys. Happy Friday, you guys. We are here, and we want to help one of our listeners out there. This one, you guys bear with me, has a lot of grammatical errors, and then I think they was just mad and typing, so just bear with me while I get through her question. It says, my fiance, the father of my son, has 2 children by a previous marriage. Me and the ex-wife don't get along at all. My fiance informed me tonight that he and their son and her will be there. No, she and their son will be there at 5:30 in the morning to pick him up to go on a tour for college. I told him I didn't like the fact of her picking him up because of the type of person that she is. Well, he gets mad and tells me I have no opinion but to like it and that I was a dumb A.B. for even bringing his son up. I asked him to have respect for our relationship and take his own vehicle. I told him that he could tell her and the son just to meet him there, that he didn't have to ride with her to support their son's future. But I'm wrong and a crazy dumb A, for asking for respect. That I later to find out that she doesn't even know we're together, much less living together. Am I wrong? Am I the bad person? Am I being crazy about this situation? He told me I feel the way I do, that I can pack my stuff and leave. Mind you, we have a 3-year-old son. Do I need to woman up and apologize or pack my stuff and leave? I don't feel like I should apologize. I found out at 10 o'clock tonight that it has already been planned for a week. I'm confused and hurt. What do I do? Sorry for all the errors, because there was a lot of errors.
I don't know what she's confused about. Pack your bags and leave. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, what is,
I
what's the problem? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
what's the problem? They live together.
Yes.
He's supposedly his fiance, but I don't know.
Okay, so he asked her to marry her. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so the girl, he has a child by another person.
2 children by an ex-wife.
And they get ready to go to college. He's going to go to college.
Going to college.
And he wants to be a part of that process.
That's not what her problem is, but yes.
Okay, so he wants to be part of that process and go with them. And then
So the ex is going to pick him up with the son in the morning.
And she don't want the ex to come to the house.
Yeah.
Because of all the drama that the ex has caused, she don't want the ex to come to the house. So she's saying, why can't y'all just meet there? You can still do the stuff together.
Yeah, take your own car and meet your son.
I just don't want her here.
Didn't she say, don't take mine? Car?
No. She said take your own car. She said take your car.
Don't have the woman because the woman wants to come pick him up at the house.
Yeah.
And because she caused so much drama, she's saying no, I don't want her to come to the house. Why can't y'all meet there? You could drive, meet there, do the same thing. He said you a stupid dumb B. And if you don't like it, you can pack your bags and leave.
It sounds like he's trying to get back with the ex.
I don't care what he's trying to do. I was packing my dumb ass.
I agree with that.
And so did the person, our audience member here.
You know how? Because I was having problems how you talking to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because she didn't ask.
And she said, "Would you have respect for our relationship?" And after you even called her the B.
And she said, "I know you guys want to do this, and I'm not stopping you, and I'm not hindering you from doing that. I just don't want the woman over here. She done cause too much drama over here, which I understand."
I do.
Yeah.
And she said, why can't you just drive and do what you do and still do the stuff you guys got to do together? And he said, you a stupid dumb B.
And you ain't going to tell me what to do.
Yeah, and he said, you can pack your stuff and leave.
Tell me.
Well, he just pack his stuff and leave.
I would.
That'd be easy as apple pie. But you know what? This is the problem I have with women. You end up having a kid together, and all of a sudden you can't do nothing. Well, I don't want to, I want him to be a part of the baby's life. He can still be a part of the baby's life without being with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very true.
I mean,
very true. That's very
He's still part of his kids' life over here.
And that one's going to college.
Exactly. And he's still a part of that child's life.
Yeah.
And sometimes as women, he ain't your. First of all, they not married.
Yeah.
So she has the power to leave. She can just walk away.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta mean what you say and do what you mean.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't be throwing idle threats out there. You know,
Right.
And definitely don't apologize.
and definitely not.
Oh, if you apologize, you just as dumb as he said you are.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and he believes
wow.
that.
No, really, because I mean, my thing is, you care enough about me. If you truly love me and wanted this relationship,
Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't have been your response.
Yep.
You would have been like, I understand what you're saying, but it would be this. You know, you would have came at me a different type of way, and we would have had this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how I would have came at you. You just ain't gonna call me no stupid AW.
I can't do
You
it.
just ain't.
I can't do it.
So after you said that and then told me to pick and choose, you can pack your bags and leave.
I'd have me.
When you come back, you won't have nothing in this house.
Right, because you get.
Because I done pack my bags and leave.
Or you
so
can't
all
get-
the stuff going.
Unless he talking a mess, so his stuff should be outside, and when he got back, the locks would be changed, and so he couldn't even get in. I'd be in the house sitting down watching TV, and he'd be banging, let me in, let
Well,
me
for
in.
him to say that, I just figured it was in his name or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I
It was
thought
on
it
him.
too.
So that's the only reason I said you would have had nothing in the house.
Right,
Yeah.
you just take it all.
It would be.
No, I wouldn't take it off. I just take it
I would take it off
Just take
because
it off.
most 99% it was a woman that was helping decorate unless he was the
I don't
decorator.
care. I
Because
take
like
all
my
my
husband be the
stuff.
decorator, but
Yeah.
I'm the one went out
I don't
personally.
want to see you no more. I don't want you coming over there and knocking
You wouldn't
on
even
my-
know where I
Asking
was.
for something.
You wouldn't even know where I'm at.
Oh, that's true.
I took all my stuff and I'm already in another place. You don't know where I live.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, when you come back, you won't even be able to call me.
right. You'd have it blocked.
Oh yeah, they probably know.
I have
where you
a
live.
whole
you
new
probably
number.
Because
know.
I guess I'm
But
almost.
you might know where I work, and then that's where they come. That's what I'm saying. I don't want nothing.
I don't mean nothing because I just be police escort him.
Yeah, but that's still
But
bad
even
on
when
you,
I
though.
decided,
Yeah,
when I
it
decided,
is on you.
when I decided to walk away, I didn't take everything. I only took what I thought I should have. I needed just things to function. You know what I mean?
Take
So I
my
needed
stuff.
a bed and I needed a couch, and it was enough for two of everything. So,
Yeah.
So
I just
let me
took
ask
one.
you guys a question.
Because
you guys sit
my
and say you
sister
take
said,
everything.
take
Let me ask
everything.
you- It is. Let me
Because
ask
she
you a
said you
question.
can't come back. She said you can't
can't.
come back.
So let me ask you a question since you guys keep saying I wouldn't take everything.
But I didn't.
So
I wish I did.
look
You know,
at
so
look
I
at
took
what
that.
you do. How much stuff have you bought in your house?
Nothing. I didn't have to buy anything but simple stuff, because I took towels and.
So you never bought anything for the house?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Everybody does.
I know.
Yeah,
It's going with me.
and that way you don't have to buy nothing.
It's going with me. You guys ain't, you know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
she's got a child. I mean, hello.
It's
She's
going with me.
That's already. Really.
Your clothes is gonna stay. I don't need your clothes. Your cologne, your toothbrush, your shaver, all that's gonna be there. You have a pool table, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe so. I don't know. I've always played. It's always been my stuff anyway. So
That's what I'm saying.
So it's been my stuff. So
They gotta go.
Just figure out what
They gotta go.
So the lady on
you
here-
one time and you don't get in that predicament now. Everything
Yeah,
is mine.
once they put
Everything
you
is
out.
mine. Nobody kicks me out of nothing.
Yeah.
That one time, that's all it takes for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this lady says if he's disrespecting you like that, it's because you allowed it.
That's true.
So pick up
That's
your
true.
crown, pack yourself up, leave and run for your life.
Right on.
Thank God for the revelation before you married his punk.
Oh yeah,
You know.
That's
yeah.
because it always be
That's true.
It almost teeter he flirting with abusive,
Yeah.
abusive and controlling.
Mhm.
That he gonna tell you what you gonna do and tell you.
Because he know you ain't going to leave.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
so.
But I'll be surprised. I'll be out of there. Peace.
Somebody said that to me one time in my lifetime. She ain't going nowhere. And that kind of was a dagger.
Yeah.
I said, how dare you say I'm not going to go nowhere? So that gives you permission to do whatever you feel and come in and out as you want to. And then when you get back, you want dinner and food. And,
Yeah.
you want all this stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm going to show you.
Mhm.
It was hard to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not easy to
No,
it's hard,
One of my
She loves
sister's
her.
friends did
She
that,
loves
and I thought it was the most beautiful thing in the world. her and her boyfriend got in a big old argument, big old fight. And I don't know what the change of words because I wasn't there and it wasn't talked to me. I was just, third party hearing it. But what I loved is that when the guy came home, the only thing that was there was his coffee table he bought and his clothes, and that was it.
Yep. Yep.
He came in and there was nothing. And he came in thinking, I'm going to have dinner, and there was nothing. And I was like, oh, that's a beautiful melody to my soul. Because I get so tired of women taking abuse. I wouldn't want a woman to do that if it's a good man and you just argued and you guys are fighting and the choice words came out, whatever. But when you want to give an ultimatum like that, that'd be the last ultimatum you ever give.
Yeah,
because you won't have nothing.
That means you don't care about me.
Yeah.
You don't care about my thoughts. You don't care about that. I got tickled because I reminded me of someone that I knew. They took everything, even the toilet paper. They couldn't even.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, no bathroom for you.
Yes.
You better get your own. And off the roller.
Yeah, like a new apartment, new base.
You gonna rent that sit down? Nothing. Everything. She was done.
Do you understand that would hurt you so much more? That would hurt him so much more if you were able to do all that wipe and clean. Because when I remember that hurt him, he was like, I need to get her back. Because then you realize what you missing. You realize what you did. Yeah. But sometimes we stay around and we whining and dying. I need to come back and get the set to set. I need to come back and get my other set. That's just, he knows that you're trying to move back in. When there ain't nothing in the house, he know there ain't no moving back in. He know there ain't no moving back in. He like, what?
That's true.
What? Oh, this hurt more than I thought it was going to hurt. What? Yeah. Where's she at? Well, I can't find her. Then you call her, and then the phone number.
Yeah. And everybody
that hurts.
Yep. Everybody
had
knows.
A coffee table and some clothes. He really wasn't contributing. Listen.
And most men don't. It's usually the women that decorate the house, buy the furniture. Yeah. Oh, I want this certain couch here. Most women are doing that. And I'm not saying there's not men that don't do it, but I'm saying most women are the ones that are doing it. Yeah. They go to the store. Men, when they go to the store, they want to go in and out. So they're not looking and sitting on each couch to make sure this is comfortable. Yeah, I know this is. Oh yeah, no, this is really comfortable. Oh, I like this. This will go. They're not doing that. So when you told me to pack and move, you told me. You said pack. That's what I did. I packed and moved.
And then it gave you a label. If you don't like it, take your stupid.
That's what he said.
B.
That's what he said.
And move it somewhere.
And I would have had to move at that point.
Oh, that's it. But it's easy to say and hard to do. I understand.
Well, yeah,
because you love.
I'm hearing you.
But my thing is, do you want to continue being stupid, dumb, A-B?
No, but if you stay, that will be your life. You will always be called to like that. He would do whatever he wants to do, and you're going to have to stand there and take it. And then you get deeper and deeper. Your self-esteem goes down to that ground. You don't have none. And that's the problem. Is that if you stay because of love, because it's just you loving him. It's not reciprocated. So it ain't the same thing. It's different.
What's he trying to say? What's love got to do?
And so that's what I'm saying. And now this is where you do have to show love. You got to love yourself through this.
Yes.
And if you don't love yourself through this, then what's going to happen is you're going to be his doormat. And he's going to talk to you anyway. That when he come back, he knows he's done butted there.
Yes.
And he out there, and he's done myself. See, and where's dinner? And he do whatever the heck he wants to. There's going to be somebody or something else that comes your way. Yeah. You got to stick up. I'm not saying that later on when he finds out that he knows that he needs to respect you, that you don't accept him back if you want to. But you got to show him that you love you first before you love him. Because if you don't, he will dog you and dog you and dog you. That will be your life. And a lot of women don't understand that. They take that little... That comfort, they don't know anything else, but they lose themselves in that. Yeah. They don't know who they are after that man leaves. And let me tell you, that man will leave you because he don't want you either. Because if you don't love you, he can't love you. Right. He don't, and he don't know what he wants. So you gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta say no. You gotta say, y'all take him out of there. Don't you ever talk to me like that. And that when he comes back, he's going to be sorry. He's going to be sorry. And he will never do that again. Because he know that you love yourself more. But if you don't show that,
Right.
Yeah. You ain't got no voice.
There you go.
Gave him your voice.
There it is.
That's right. That's what she
I
said.
agree.
And I didn't even said preach. That's what they said. They said preach.
And you know that I think what women lose it sometimes is that you get scared, you get spooked.
Yeah.
You know, because now your comfort, because we need to be secure as women. We need to have security that we have somewhere to lay our heads and that we're going to eat and that things are going to be taken care of it. And a lot of times the men are security for knowing that you're going to be okay. You know, they just have a way of making things logical, and that, you know, we're like, oh my God, because we're emotional creatures. But men are logical, and so therefore that comfort in knowing that they're going to logically take care of things when things are out of control. But on this circumstance, you have to woman up. I call it. You got to woman up.
Yes.
And with one child, you can find you a little corner. Somebody will let you in their home. You know, because the biggest thing is to reach out for somebody and say, hey, I just need somewhere to stay for a few days. Can you?
Right.
And then you can start thinking about what your next step is to get your own little place. Don't think you can go in there and stay in the other room, because a lot of them think you can go in the other room and stay in the other room. And so then, you know, and I just won't let him in. And he coming. You know, he coming. And he know exactly what to say. And he's gonna do your favorite thing. You know, so you got to get out of that house, and you got to mean what you say. You know, and you go and you sleep wherever you're uncomfortable, because we got so secure in the house that I really like the way she was saying that we got our couches and our favorite things, you know. And sometimes it's hard to leave all your favorite things, you know, because I would get out today and then I try to figure out how to get my stuff. Or
you just go to the U-Haul and get a storage. It ain't hard.
Yeah, there you go. And you're going to have some buddies come over and help you.
Pack that sucker up.
Yeah, because, you know.
Peace.
And sometimes when you walk away, then they start getting all controlling, and then they won't let you come back in and get your things that you want to get. You're not going to be able to knock on the door and say, I just came to get my TV and my couch and my bed. You're not going to get any of that. So
you could with the police. You could bring the police.
Yeah, I tried that too, and you know, it didn't work for me. They just looked and said, "Well, you go ahead and take them to court, and then let the courts decide on who gets to have what." You know what I mean? So
you just take it all.
Yeah,
he gone for a couple of days. You got time. He in college. They drive. They ain't even flying. They driving to the college place.
Right.
You got a couple of days. You got this.
Yeah, because that's
the moment he drove off. You should have said storage company.
Call U-Haul and rent the U-Haul. Because I remember doing that, and I'm telling you right now, I filled up that thing with everything that I wanted, and I didn't have nowhere to park the U-Haul, so I took it back to the U-Haul, set it in their garage. I said, I'll be back in a few days. They called me talking about the truck that you rented is sitting here. And I said, yeah, I did that. Yep. I didn't have nowhere to park it, so I parked it back in their lot. They put a lock on my stuff, and then sat there for a couple of days until I could figure out my direction, you know, where I was trying to go. But I got the things I wanted out of there right then. I called up a friend. I said, can you come over and help me? You know, and the biggest was the hide a couch. I wanted to hide a couch.
You gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I'm talking about right there.
We've been trying to get this thing. It was a mess. You probably had to go get somebody across the street. Can you come over and help us get this couch down the stairs and around the corner where Heaven kept popping open and stuff. It was a mess. But the point of the whole story is that the determination that you will not treat me this way was bigger than what was happening.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I knew I had one shot at it. And whatever I wanted, I had to get it, and so I actually had 2 days to do it, and so I was moving quickly and getting what I wanted, and I even took the hot tub. I was like, done.
That's how you do it.
You come, you can get that because I want that.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
I don't need to soak these bones when I finish moving this furniture.
Right. We all gonna need to soak.
Everybody got to do it. And so, but I think that's the determination, and I'm telling you to this day, he would take me back right now, but I just chose to know you gotta. I'm not gonna let you ever put me in that kind of situation again. You should have knew that for this many years, you know, that I'm done with that. You know, so so I took all that I could before I was done.
Yes,
you know, but
and that's a learning and education process, because that takes a woman. Yeah. You have a woman loves herself. A woman knows her direction. A woman knows who she is and stuff like that. She doesn't know it at first, but life treats her and tosses her and turns her until she turns into that woman. And if you let people dog you and do anything to you, you never become that woman. You become everything to them, and they only look at you as a lower portion of the anatomy. You're just a lower person. That's all. They only see you as a sex object and a cooker. They don't see you as anything. Either you're an ATM, sex object, or a mama figure.
Yeah.
You will never be that woman until you take those strings and make yourself that. And a lot of women don't do that. They just are satisfied being whatever I am to this person. And women, if you get hooked on this stupid saying, shoot yourself. Not really, literally, but shoot yourself. You're a good woman. If you hear that, that's because you're not a good woman. You are just doing what they tell you to do and all that. You're a good woman. That's why everybody that gives me this money is a good woman. You're a good woman to let me stay here free. You're a good woman. You're a good woman because you give me money to do this and that. You're a good woman. You're a good woman because you don't never ask me where I'm at because I know I ain't doing it right. Because you're a good woman. If you do that, if you listen to that, you are fooling yourself.
Right, because that's the MO. No disrespect to our wonderful men out there, because there's some wonderful men out there, but there's some, and that's how they do it. They commend you and thank you so much. Like you said, you're wonderful.
Yeah.
One of them said I was an angel. I'm helping you out of a bind, but that's not my job. Well, that's before I grew it up, and I realized that that's all wonderful men out there, would have agenda. Because if they're coming for an agenda. You know what I mean? If they don't love you like that, then they got an agenda. It's either after it or your money. When I see a 20-year-old, a 40-year-old woman with a 20-year-old man, something's going on there. So that's a big age difference. She 40, and he 20.
But I did see. I've seen this. A woman was 50-something.
50-something.
And he was 20-something. No, I think her son was like 1 year younger than he was, or 1 year older than he.
And they loved each other.
He loved the heck out of that woman.
Man.
He did. He really did love her. I mean, he loved the heck. I don't know. I mean, he loved her while I was around. I'm just saying. When I saw them, I mean, you couldn't slice that love. He did love her, and she was so much older. Now I know when it gets older, when they, he's in his 30s, she's in the 60s or 70s, and she can't do like she can.
Right.
That would probably tamper off or take her off, because then you become a nursemaid.
Is that like Stella Get a Groove On?
I don't know.
Stella was kind of like that. Wasn't he young?
Yeah, he was
very young.
Yeah.
Oh,
But this one I've never seen. I mean, this was like 30 years apart. I mean, that was like a grown. There's a couple of grown people apart from each other. But you never know. But he wasn't using her either. I mean, he worked and he brought the money home. He did what he was supposed to do as a man, even though he was in his late 20s. He did what he was supposed to. He wasn't taking anything from her and stuff like that. He was providing for the house, and even though the son was a year younger than he was still spending time with him, and he made the awkwardness disappear because he was being that man. But again, she was a woman. People his age, they don't know what they want. And sometimes men really, especially he was mature in his age, he didn't want no silly something and stupid stuff and the rolling of the head and all that kind of dumb stuff. He wanted somebody that was trying to make something of themselves, and she was already, she had a hard life, but so he added to her life. But all I'm saying is, women, you gotta just be that. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard to stick up for yourself because you do want love. You want it to be comfortable. You don't want to change. It's hard to uproot and start over again and here we go again and all that kind of stuff. But just like the Bible said, we can't settle for this temporary and quick fix for stuff. You got to go through something, just like the people of Israel. I want the milk and honey. It didn't take just a second. They went all over the place. 40 years before they got the milk and honey. Still looking for the milk and honey. It's because they didn't want to do. A lot of people don't want to do the time investment. You got to pay your dues. You gotta do that. You gotta. If you stick up for yourself, and I don't mean be mean to him or whatever, but if you make sure that he doesn't treat you wrong, and the only reason he can't is because you won't allow it, because you care too much about yourself, then he won't. And then you'll find yourself later on saying, I'm glad I did it this way, because you're going to get the respect that you deserve. But if you don't, you're going to do this again, and then the next person, because your self-worth leaves, so the next person's going to do you the same way, and that's going to be your life. You're going to always be an ATM, a sex object, and a doormat. That's what you're going to be all the time. You will never leave that life unless you say enough is enough. And right now, he said, show him the back of your behind and leave.
Exactly.
Well, I was listening to what you guys were saying, and you guys have so much good advice and everything. And I was just sitting there totally thinking about, don't you feel that because of the difference in the generations that I'm just listening to you guys. You guys have so much wisdom, but I feel like the younger generation now, they don't think that way. Like, unless they were to hear you guys, listen to what you guys are saying, it's just not going to sink in. It seems like nowadays it's more so they're like, especially even just the way he was talking to her. Like, listen to what he talked. They talk to each other like that all the time. Like, it's like she would just write like it's normal, So someone to call you that, hell, he just, because that's what they do. You call a person to be now, it's like that's a good thing. A, B, it's like they just talk. Everybody says that. So in my mind, it's like this younger generation. It's what can we do or say or whatever to get through to them, because we go on here all the time talking about how we need to love ourselves and this and that. But I look at these women and I'm thinking, because they want a quick fix, they want things to happen, they just be like, okay, and then they would just settle for it. You know what I mean? I just see them just settling.
That goes back to what Lauren was saying. You got to learn to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, then there's nothing anybody can do about it. I mean, I don't care if I was a millennial or anything like that. Something I even teach my child is, you don't accept this. I don't care what everybody else is doing. You be the different one. Yeah. Because regardless of what everybody's accepting, a man wants somebody who's unique, that's different, that stands out from the rest. If boys are the ones that want what everybody else got. Yeah. That's what boys want. If you want a man, he wants something totally different. He don't want a girl that, I could call her a B and be all right with it. So that's up to them on that. There's nothing anybody could do, and a lot of times people accept that because they don't understand the difference from lust, loneliness, all those other different things that come around with that. So that's something that you can't. It's something that it's a self-worth. You got to really work on your self-worth, and do you love yourself enough not to? And that's what Valerie and Lauren were saying. You got to love yourself enough. You got to put enough into yourself. This is because if you accept this, it's going to always be like this. And that means he knows that he can talk to you any kind of way.
And you guys feel like that comes with, because I was sitting listening to what Lauren was saying, is how we as women grow and things happen to us. You think that this has to come with experience and things and going through stuff like this, and then kind of getting stronger throughout?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've been dogged. Because I didn't know no better. Yeah. But then but you learn from that. You go, well, wait a minute. Let's see this picture. Okay, he dogged me. Okay, he beat me and this and okay. And then I went back. Now, what the heck did I go back for? Then he beat me. He hit me. Called me a whole bunch of names again. That didn't feel good. All right. So then I said, okay. I had to think about it. The next person is not going to do that. And then I made a mistake. So I went with another person and told them, this person over there, he hit me and he did this and he did this.
What he did.
And guess what he did? He thought, well, you're used to that.
Yeah.
So bam!
Yeah,
And then I went, wait a minute, keep that S to yourself.
Right,
because you don't tell nobody. You don't,
you don't tell nobody.
Because you be thinking, I was thinking, well, he gonna feel sorry for me and he ain't gonna do. No, it works the opposite. And so I went, okay, no. And then later on, I went, okay, no, I'm not going to take this. And then after I stood my ground, I was there. And then I think me and Valerie went through this. We got married and we got divorced, blah, blah, blah. And we said, you know what? We're going to stay abstinent.
There it is.
And you talking about hard, but you can see a man's heart more when you're not doing it because see, you're not blinded by your own lust. And so then we was like, wait a minute, because these guys was talking all crazy for the first 2 minutes because they can't be there if they didn't really like you. They can't keep that lie up because we boring. Because I done took you out to dinner, I took you out to a movie. Well, now what? And then and we still saying no, that's not it. Let's get to know it. I don't want to get to know you. One man told me you ain't all that. He told me I ain't all that. But I was so grateful because see, that same man that told me I wasn't all great ain't married none of the women he had sex with. He dogs himself, but he'll never call me a B, or he'll never do. You know why? Because he respects me. Because he said, and he tells people, can't get her. She ain't with a notches on his belt. And I'm not saying that because I was shocked. Because that was hard. But it made me a woman. That's what I'm saying. No, you don't grow up like that. You'll learn this, but learn it. A lot of people just do the same thing over and over again. And stop it, and they're not learning the lessons. You're gonna be hurt sometimes, but learn the lessons and see what your part is in it, and then go in and grow up. And if you need to walk away, especially when a man says, "I don't get you," but you don't like the way I treat you, then leave. And you don't like the way he treats you, leave.
That's what he told you.
That's what he said.
And the thing I hate the most, what I really hate when I hear about the new news system. I'm not even just gonna say millennials because there's some people that was before the millennials, and this is something that women tell me all the time. It's different now. It's different now. It's not the same as when you went. No, it's because you're playing the game that they're playing. You got to play chess. You got to play Monopoly. You got to figure it out. You got to make your own path. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, you will never be out. You will never leave the cycle that you're in. Yeah. Everybody, every year, every generation, there's a new way that a guy tries to make you feel, and we seem like we have to accept it because this is the way it is now. No, nothing's the way it is. Until you put elevation on what you are. Like they said, when they were absent, they got to see people's true colors. And you just saw his true colors. So what his true colors is, that's what it is. Hello, how are you guys doing? That's what your true colors are.
Be, like Olivia said, and be different and be the person that loves yourself and be the one that stands out and is different, and you loving yourself enough to not accept that stuff, so then you will be the one who's like that rare jewel, as they say. You know what I mean? That rare, that diamond that can't nobody else,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what also makes you think about how you help raise the boys to be, have etiquette and things like that. Because I look at that, it's so funny to look at them, because guys don't do stuff like that anymore. To where like opening the doors and things like that, and open your car door and things like that. It's so foreign to everybody, even older people.
Because they're not made to do that.
And my kids
used to get yelled at.
It's almost so when they do it, it offends women. Like, I can open my door, I can open, you know what I mean? Because we've gotten so used to having to do everything ourselves because men ain't doing it. You know what I mean? Then when they're doing it, it's like it's foreign to us now. You know what I mean? And
my kids used to get yelled at for that.
And I look at it and I go, oh my gosh.
They used to get yelled at, and I'd be like, I'm training them to do this.
Yeah.
Because chivalry should not be there.
Yeah.
They should know to open the door. We all know women know how to open the door. That's not a problem. It's what they should do.
Yeah.
It's a message that they should do. They should open the car door for you. And no, they shouldn't lean over and pop the lock or hit the beep beep. Right. They should come over and open the door for a woman. It's a thing that they should do. It's not taking away a woman's rights. It's just that's what they should do. They need to learn to have that. And women need to learn to accept it. And what is so funny to me is that my kids will do that, and pretty soon you'll see other kids doing it. I mean, not other kids, grown men doing it. Yeah. So now it's like, it's ridiculous. And now I'm so used to my kids being around, so when my kids ain't around, I'm looking at the man to open the door. And then they open the door and I'm like, thank you. And then you start demanding it without even being rude or mean. You do demand it. And I do. When I go to 7-Eleven, I stand there. Unless I'm by myself and there ain't no man. But if me and a man walking up, he open the door. Because I'm used to it. Yeah. But no, my kids will open the door not only for women, they open the door for men. And men, and now they like, oh, I'll open it. Because they don't see it. And because women don't accept it, it took rights away. That's something that is a pleasant. It's something nice.
And as and I noticed one thing about as I began to transition and to loving me more than I love whatever it is, but loving me, it became easier. Joanne was asking to pose the question. As they do it, it gets easier and easier to, at first you're shaking, because you can't, this is so much, this is too much, it's too much. But as you do it, it's like second nature. It's like when the kids are opening the door, it becomes second nature. Yeah. And you know that you're not going to take this, and it becomes easy to do. Exactly. And you can spot this thing coming at you probably before it get there now, because you've trained and conditioned yourself to see these things. Yeah. And so you won't get yourself there. But when you first have to do it the first time, I'm probably going to guarantee you it's going to wound you. And you're going to think, oh my goodness, my whole world is shook up. But each and every time that you demand respect for yourself from others, then it becomes easier. It becomes easier. It's like the kids, you're uncomfortable when the kids are opening the door because you're not used to that behavior. But once you get used to it and settle your seat in it, it becomes good to you. It becomes good to you. And so that's where the point that you as women have to get to. The first couple times, probably gonna be uncomfortable.
And talk about uncomfortable. This is so funny to me. Like I remember I was sitting down talking to my son and his girlfriend, and he was like, she's trying to take me out to eat. And so they were arguing. And he's like, you're not taking me out to eat. I'm paying for it. You're not. They having this big old argument. And I was like, it is okay for her to take you out to eat. Y'all been together for a while. If she wants to take you out for your birthday, it's really okay. No, because I'm a man. And I was like, yeah, but it's okay. Because you guys in a relationship and been together for over a year. It is really okay for her to take you out. But at the same time, I was all impressed because I was like, that's good. Because you wonder if your kids are listening to you. And then to see that this is the argument that they're having, it was hilarious to me. But it is exactly what Valerie said. Once you get used to it, it's hard. So he's used to doing this. Even when we go out, he takes me out. He opens my door. He makes sure he pays for everything. I can't do nothing. He will eat less or pick something else to eat if I want something big to eat, because I ain't never been to a place, because he likes to take me to places I ain't never been. That's a gentleman. Yeah. And that's what you want to see your kids do. And you want to see your man doing that. Because I remember my pastor, he done retired, but my pastor, he said, if a man is not willing to spend money on you or take you out or keep up your hair, your nails and all that, he really ain't into you. That's true. And for a man to tell you that, you need to listen. And I listen to that. And that is so true. If a man is not willing to do all those things for you, to keep up your appearance and all this other stuff, the things that he liked about you when he got you, then he really ain't that into you. And for him to call you out your name over a situation that to me was not disrespectful or rude in any way. I can see if you came at him wrong, but you're saying, I don't want the woman at my house. You guys could drive. He wasn't blocking you from going to see your kids. He wasn't doing anything to stop you from, you wasn't doing anything to stop him from seeing his kid or helping his kid go to college or anything. You just like, I don't want the woman at my house, and you became a stupid, dumb A.B., and if you don't like it, pack your things and move, then that's what you should do, is pack your things and move. And simple as that. He's gone for a couple of days. You should have called, got that U-Haul, cleaned that house out of your stuff, and go.
Yeah.
And put it in storage and go stay with somebody or stay in a hotel, whatever the case may be.
And because I look at it, this whole situation made me think about something. I had a friend, right, just recently, and I think this is just a learning thing. But and kind of like what Lauren was saying, because we go through these things and it can strengthen us and everything. And so my friend, we've been seeing her and her man. I think it's hard too when you're in this relationship and you're out in the community and people just think this is the great couple, da 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 da. And then if it's not, doesn't work out, then it's like, oh, you feel like you failed or something like that. And this person's just a beautiful person anyway. But I think because the relationship has failed, she just felt this type of way. But some of us deal with like mental illness or things like that, and it made me think about how we're talking about loving ourselves, and that's kind of her journey that she's going on. But I think just within her going through this journey of trying to find herself and loving herself, then also she feel bad, okay, this relationship didn't work out, blah blah blah. But also, like I told her, I said I failed many times at relationships, but I got to a point now in my life to where if it works out, fine. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I take each one of them as a learning experience. So don't feel like, oh, I just failed and da 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 da. But each one you learn something from. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And because the guy's awesome, and she's awesome and he's awesome. The person that just this relationship didn't work. But that's kind of what I kind of told her and pulled to because sometimes we can seek into a depression as well. We don't want to do that. You just want to continue to love yourself and be like, okay, this is just what I got to do. And with this particular person that wrote in, this is just going to strengthen you. And also you want this because you have a child as well, and you don't want the child to continue to be in this. If you would have just stuck and said, oh, I'm going to stay in this relationship and just kept dealing with that, then that's what that child would have had to see. And you didn't want.
He saw the abuse. He saw the name call.
Yeah. Because people don't understand that there is verbal, there's physical, and a lot of people will do that. You're like, no, you tell them, no, look, you're verbal abuse. No, no, there is verbal abuse. There is, you know what I mean? And that can break somebody down way worse than, hey, physical wounds will heal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Physical wounds heal, but that verbal, and that stays in there forever, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
It is so true.
The manipulation and the being vindictive, all those things. And people don't understand that there's people out there that are narcissists, and they just controlling, they do all kinds of stuff to try to control you. And he would have used them words and expected you to be sitting there right when he came back with everything, dinner, house clean, everything like that, just expecting you when he come back, have something for him. Have a big surprise for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he can understand that you love yourself enough to know that I'm not going to be treated like that.
Exactly. I like that.
Exactly.
I agree.
So, you guys, this was good, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to us and listening. We hope you have a great and wonderful weekend, and we love you.